I want to switch things up today. I basically asked you guys to send me questions that you wanted my input on or my interpretation in a little twist. I picked the 10 best and we're going to discuss it today in a question and answer format. Let's go. The first question comes from Gwen. What's your favorite music artist of all time? The artist that is my ultimate favorite artist of all time would have to be Janet Jackson. She's done pop, she's done rock, she's done R&B. You don't have the belt like Christina Aguilera does lately all the time. You don't have to do that shit in order to be a good singer. And I feel like her tone is so impeccable and I love her so much. I love Britney, J-Lo, all these other hoes, but Janet has been here for decades. Y'all better cross your damn fingers that Janet Jackson still has a career by the time I get famous, because I will be one of her background dancers. I promise you that. Kellen. Hey Kellen. Okay, so Kellen writes, what's your opinion on gay marriage and do you see it being legal in all states? Do I look like I would be the one to be saying, oh no, I don't believe in gay marriage? Gays need the right to marry. It shouldn't even be an issue. I don't even know why it's such a big issue today, because love is love, and if I love a bitch, I love a bitch. It's none of your goddamn business. Conservatives who want to say gays shouldn't be able to marry because based on the Bible, blah, blah, blah. You need to separate church and state. You need to think about yourself and let us stay in our lane. I'm so surprised at like how New York has been able to turn it around and bring it home, because I feel like New York represents the United States very well, and being a representation of like the melting pot and the cultures and the different ethnicities and sexual orientations that we have. I don't know if I'll be alive to see it being legal in all 50 states, but I would hope one day I'll be able to, you know, go to Hawaii and find some cute little Polynesian boy. Anybody who wants to go get hitched up next weekend, let me know, because classes are over and I feel like getting married. From Felipe. Hey Felipe. And Felipe writes, what is your definition of love? L is for the way you look at me. No, I feel that love is unexplainable. It's a feeling, it's an outlook on life, it's in its own lane. I've never been in a relationship, so I don't know how to love that way. I don't have the greatest relationship with my family, i.e. my parents. Dance and YouTube, like that's where my love is right now. My YouTube and my dance are having a fucking menage a trois, and we're just all together. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie was a crazy bitch, rolling all around with Clyde. He was being a crazy asshole, jumping around and killing hoes and robbing banks or whatever, but she was a ride or die chick. We need to have more love in the world instead of all these hating ass hoes that want to, you know, try everybody. Everyone right now needs to click on this link and go subscribe to my girl, Laura Zaka. She is an amazing, talented singer from the UK, and I can't wait to work with her one day. Laura tweeted me, what is your biggest pet peeve? I hate being ignored. It's the worst thing you can do to me. If you want to try me and like piss me off, ignore me. People know that I don't like walking around and like worrying about like how this person feels about me, or did I upset someone. Like I need to know, are we okay? I'll say, well, what's the deal or what's going on? And then I don't hear from them for 10 hours and they have me worrying all day like I did something wrong or whatever, and then they'll be like, oh, nothing's wrong, everything's fine. You ignore me and I'm gonna keep bothering your ass even more. Take your goddamn phone, you Facebook chat me, you do something. From Sophia. What's your type and do you believe in types? When I was in high school, I was obsessed with white boys. When I got to college, the world turned. Like, I can safely say that I love any and every single type of ethnicity. My type, personally, is someone that is confident and they have their own original flavor. I don't like people that try to fit into a certain scene. I like people to be individuals. I know a lot of people may think this is weird, but I have this kind of like thing for like nerds. Take me. Nerds with swag is what I call them, because they have like their glasses and they're in the library all the time. Someone that is not even your type, so to speak, may come along and they may sweep you off your goddamn feet. So, you know, keep your mind open. Don't limit yourself. Gus asked me, how do you tell someone you have a crush on them? Be yourself. That's one thing I want to talk about. A lot of people always try to change who they are to try to appease somebody else, and that's like the dumbest thing you could ever do in the world, because that person is not going to be there at the end of the day. It's only gonna be you. There's been so many instances where like I like somebody and they'll say they like some kind of show or they like their favorite artist is somebody that I never heard of in my life, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I love that artist. Right after they'll ask me, oh, so what are your favorite songs by that person? And I'll say all of them, because my ass doesn't know shit about them. Be honest though, just be like, I've been thinking about it lately and I really have developed some kind of like or crush on you. I would like to get to know you better, maybe take you out to get something to eat. That's my advice personally. So Will right? How do you feel about the buzz surrounding the Amy Winehouse death as it compares to other issues in the world? I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I love Amy Winehouse. I bought one of her 2 albums. It also happened with Michael Jackson. But when these people died, that's when people want to pretend that they're their biggest fan and that they were always supportive. But just like he said, when she performed on Dancing with the Stars, everyone was trying her, saying that she was a terrible artist, she's on a path of devastation, blah, blah, blah. Nobody was supporting her, and I don't see anybody that was trying to be an avid help towards her. You didn't like Amy Winehouse before, you definitely don't like her now that she's dead. You maybe have some kind of like remorse, or maybe that's showing some kind of character that you feel bad that she died, but that necessarily doesn't mean that you are her fans. Getting into Twitter, there was these people having arguments about saying that she was more important than the people that died in Norway. Those people need to get bitch slapped and banned off of Twitter because you're idiots. How can you even say something like that? Half these hosts can't even locate Norway on a map. Celebrities always have that like up when it comes to getting their story out quicker than other world issues, but I advise everyone to at least be informed of current world issues. Ruben, I'm also posting his link right here because he is amazing. Ruben wrote, "Who is your dance inspiration?" Right now, I would have to say Dayon Too Big. Anybody that's Facebook friends with me knows that I'm always posting Dayon's videos. Been obsessed with his choreography. He's such an inspiration. He's only 21 years old. He's getting millions of hits on YouTube based on something that he loves. Like, you can tell he really loves dance. He really loves teaching. He's the one that actually got me started trying to do workshops just to experience that love and be able to teach people that want to learn the craft. Please check him out. Go search him on YouTube. He's an amazing dancer. Haley writes, "Have you ever been rejected romantically? If so, how did you recover?" I have been rejected a lot. This goes out to everybody. Don't initiate with someone and then just drop it off. If you don't like someone anymore, if you are testing the waters or whatever, keep that apparent or be upfront about that shit. Don't wait until it's too late. This dude was talking to me and he approached me. So I was just, sitting in the corner, being my innocent self, being the good Christian woman on that ass. We were talking for a little bit and out of nowhere it just stopped and I was getting tried. People weren't answering my text messages anymore, all that kind of stuff. And sitting there like, what did I do kind of thing. I lost some weight, I was really depressed, much other things that can happen to you in the world, good or bad, that is more important than some dumb boy who doesn't know what they're missing out on. They're not worth it. Ever been rejected? Move on. Don't go try running back to that bitch, because chances are if they didn't like you the first time, they're not gonna like you the second time. I find it funny how all of a sudden, now that success is happening to me as far as like my exposure with my dance videos, getting exposure with subscribers and stuff on YouTube, now all of a sudden, all these hoes that want to reject me before, now they're starting to creep out of the woodworks and trying to IM me and text me and hang out and stuff, and I want to be like, well, where were you when I was just little old Jeremy in my dorm? You have another William, and he asked me, what do you think about drug testing to receive welfare in the state of Florida? Yes, I'm all for drug testing. If you're getting money, you shouldn't be complaining about having to get drug tested. Plain and simple. People that have an issue with it are the people that are guilty. The only way you're going to turn your life around is if someone puts a barrier and says, bitch, you better stop snorting that coke and you better go try to get your ass a job and use this money that we're giving you to better yourself. Nicole, who responded like an hour later, but nevertheless, what's your take on this whole 2012 the world is ending nonsense? It's complete bullshit. But I did think the world was gonna end because Gainesville is prone to having like crazy ass hurricanes and like thunderstorms and stuff, and like the walls will be shaking and like you'll see like rainstorms and shit. What is that damn story where that guy said that the world was ending in 1848 or something, and then they all went to the side of the mountain and waited for the Lord to come, and he did not come, and they look stupid. Everyone wants something to latch onto because the unknown is so like to people's mind. People need to live their lives as if the world is ending in 2012, because I know people are walking around here studying all day, they don't go out, they don't entertain themselves, and life is too short. You need to go have fun, you need to be social, you need to meet new people. That's the only way you're going to enjoy the life that we have. The world hasn't seen what Monster has to offer to the world. Like, come on guys. If you like anything that I discussed, please let me know. Comment below. Make sure you find me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. Subscribe. Talk to you later.